inflation, as we saw it a couple of years ago, was around 54%. Then it drastically came down, almost half. People were saying, oh, it's because you were cooking some numbers for government to be able to access the IMF bailout. What's your reaction to that?
The way we have addressed this issue, Charles, very much relates to the question that you pose on trust, transparency. I've walked you through how we calculate inflation. We have 307 items. The assumption is that this fixed basket of items are purchased on a monthly basis by households. That is why we go to the field every month to take the prices of these items. So once we have this consumer price index, which is the price of the fixed items, using 2018 as the base period, we are able to calculate inflation based on the changes in the consumer price index.
Okay.
So we calculate inflation either on a year-on-year basis or on a month-on-month basis. We have severally told the public that to arrive at rate of inflation, it's simply the consumer price index today minus the consumer price index same time last year divided by the consumer price index same time last year.
Okay.
So if I'm calculating rate of inflation, it is not only the current increases in the prices of goods and services that would influence the rate of inflation, but the changes that we saw last year. So if you are coming on the back of a previous year that inflation shot up and decreased over time, and you are using that as your denominator and it's also influencing your numerator, definitely it will be affected by what we call the base effect. So now you hear people trying to tell us that next year, next month, this is what the rate of inflation is. All that they are doing is that, let me assume that there's no change in current period. And let me look at what happened in the base period. Then to an extent, I can tell you what inflation is. It is for this reason why we don't do only year-on-year inflation. We do year-on-year and month-on-month inflation.
Okay.
Inflation dropped from 25.0 to 23.1, 1.9 percentage points between April and May 2024. But month-on-month inflation was 3.2%,
Okay.
which clearly points to the fact that in current times, prices of goods and services are going down. But the communication around it focused on the year-on-year inflation, which was mainly driven by the base from last year, without a conversation on what is happening in current terms.
For more news, please visit our website graphic.com.gh or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.